Hey guys, what is going on? It is DaBoki here once again. It is time for some more Kaiser gameplay. I am here on Mr. Delapparatus, hitting away, training away, and I believe I get to third job at the end of this video, 92 to be exact. And yeah, Kaiser is super fun. What I did notice about Kaiser though, one thing, it does not have a sword booster. So you know, a lot of the classes, actually every class has a booster where you can attack faster, but Kaiser doesn't have a booster because Kaiser already attacks pretty ridiculously fast. So I thought that was kind of interesting to see that a class that did not have a booster. But yeah, so Kaiser, hope you guys are enjoying it. I surely am. So yes, I wanted to go ahead and take this time to go ahead and tell you guys a holiday story that happened to me a few years ago. Since we are almost Christmas is coming up and we are in the holiday season, I thought it would be fitting to go ahead and tell you guys one of my DaBoki adventures during the holidays. So a few years ago, we were at a Christmas party and it was at one of my family members' restaurants, and we were eating and catching up and exchanging presents and all that good stuff. And Tammy and I wanted to go ahead and leave a little bit early. So Tammy and I, we wanted to go ahead and get home. So my mom let us drive her car, which at the time my mother drove a minivan. So, you know, I'm really embarrassed to be seen in a minivan itself, but I was like, oh, okay, fine, you know, whatever, I'll drive this minivan home. You know, just being in a minivan is just weird. I don't know, it's just one of my cars that I do not like. But so we get in this minivan and we're driving home, and you know, we're listening. I don't even touch the radio because it's like some sort of Christmas music that's playing on the radio. So, you know, I didn't change it, I didn't fiddle with it because it's my mother's radio, and I was like, I'm not going to do anything to it. So I was driving home and I was kind of getting lost on the way back, and I was like trying to look at the street signs, and it was super dark, and I was like, why is it so dark outside? You know, it's nighttime, but why is it dark? And you know, I was like trying to look at street signs and I couldn't see any because it was so dark. And then I realized right when I hit me, I was like, oh crap, I don't have my headlights on. So, and it was like 8 at night. So I right when I turned on my headlights, this police officer was driving on the opposite side of the road on me, and he flips a U-ey with his lights blaring and everything, and he pulls me over. He's like, pull over. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what did I do? You know, was it my headlights? I didn't think he saw that. So I pulled over and I went into this like neighborhood, and he pulls out of this car. You know, well, he doesn't come out of the car right away. You know what police officers do, they make it seem like such a huge dramatic deal. They have their headlights like blaring at you, like they're high beams, so you can't even see. There's like, when you look in the rear view mirror, all you see is like a silhouette coming at you, and you're like, oh my goodness, should I run? And you almost feel like you have to run, like you have to just start driving, and it's a high-speed chase because you don't know who that man is. But anyways, so he comes at my car, and he's looking at me, and he's looking at Tammy, and he says, he taps on my window, and I roll it down, and I'm shaking, I'm nervous, I'm sweating, and he thinks that I've just been drinking like gallons of beer or something. I don't know, because of how nervous I am. So he's like, son, have you been drinking tonight? And I was like, no, officers. And I almost started singing like the ABCs backwards and touching my nose. I was like, no, you know, I'm just lovely night for a stroll, wouldn't you say, good sir? And he's like, I'm gonna need to see your license and registration. And I was like, oh goodness. So he's like looking at me, I'm in this green minivan, you know, we're listening to like Christmas music, and I'm shaking, and he was like, whose car is this? And I was like, it's my mom's car. And he thought that I was drunk and I stole the car. He's like, I'm gonna need you to step out of the car, sir. And like, he was like talking to his radio for like backup or something. I'm this 16-year-old 15-year-old kid, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, I'm like coming out of the car, I'm shaking, and he has me like walk in a line, say my address, sing the ABCs for him, do a little teacup song. And he's like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna have to give you this ticket because driving without a headlights is really dangerous. And I'm like, I had them on, sir. And he told me like, well, you know, if you just kept them off, maybe I wouldn't have seen you, because like right when I switched them on, he saw that the car didn't have headlights on, so that's why he pulled me over. And it was like a $70 fine, and it really sucked. And it actually like went on my record and stuff, like a ticket to like fail to show headlights or something like that. And I was like, this is really dumb and ridiculous. I can't believe he didn't give me a warning, but that was my holiday story. Well, yeah, guys, that was my story. I'll go ahead and stop talking. I thought it was kind of weird that was my first and only ticket while driving. You know, I didn't have any speeding tickets or any crazy other tickets, but it was the fail to showing the headlights ticket. So that's life, I guess. But yeah, guys, if you have any interesting holiday stories, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I'm gonna probably be talking about holiday stories in my few next videos or so. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great holiday, and thank you so much for watching. This has been DaBoki, and we'll be seeing you guys later. Goodbye.